My stars, reading time. So this one's going to be a little bit different. I get called to do everything for reason, and I've never done a reading like this. So we are going to do a counterpart check-in for no contact. But what I'm going to do is you verse them, how you view them and this situation versus how they view themselves and this situation versus how they view you and how you view yourself. Bear with me, this will all make sense. What I'm getting from this, the reason I'm getting called to do this, I find divines, you really hold each other on a pedestal. You create this image of one another in your mind. And sometimes, and a lot of divines experience a lot of self-doubt and insecurities. And I always say insecurities and self-doubt can really affect us as people, especially when it comes to love interests. So there's a reason I'm getting called to do this. Grab a snack, get comfortable. We've never done this before, so this is probably going to end up being a long reading. So what we're going to do, let's quickly start off with your connection to make sure this, although all those will let you know if you tie, but I just want to confirm the connection, and then just bear with me. Let's go with the flow. Okay. Current connection of this divine pairing. Okay, so you're feeling quite triggered by one another. You've clearly faced a lot of triggers. You could be questioning if this is divine or if this is a karmic, which means you probably haven't been on this journey for too long, if that's still something you're coming in and out of. Okay, ascending. So we are going through obstacles, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. Okay, right now you both are not today, so no contact. In other words, I think not dealing, hurt, avoiding conversation, boundaries, still angry. Okay, and this is probably why this feels quite triggering and you're questioning a lot here. Again, there's a reason we're wanting to do your outlook on them versus their own outlook, vice versa. Okay, I don't think people really understand how much self-doubt and insecurities can really affect us. Current connection. And again, everything happens for a reason. With this first card being ascending, preparing for union, maybe this is a view you really need to hear. Maybe this is something that will help you relieve some of the triggers and resentment here for maybe lack of communication or lack of direction towards you. You can't help how I always say you can't change someone's perception, right? Especially towards you. You also can't change someone's perception of themselves until they evolve through life experience, through walking through the fire, whatever it is. Okay, and this is also why I say it's not good to hold your counterpart on a pedestal, because them themselves, they don't. Okay, chasing energy, codependent relationship, fear of abandonment. I think you both have struggled with this. A lot of people don't understand. Some people deal with abandonment with a lot of anxiety and obsession and claiming. Other people, abandonment can lead to quite quick detachment, a lot of avoidance, as they say. People deal with traumas differently. Just because someone has abandonment issues, or two people, it doesn't mean you're going to deal with that trauma the right way. And I think you both have had to struggle with chasing energy throughout your life, not just towards each other. All right, hand of cards. So being strategic, not showing their hand. And just straight off the bat, intuitively, this collective, you're just as bad. You know, that silly saying, if they wanted to, they would. You've got to really think about that, because you guys can sit there with a hurricane of emotion. You want to, but you don't. You want to reach out, but you don't, because deep down you know that's not what's needed here. You know the time is needed. It's not, oh, I just don't want to be a chaser. Maybe at the start it might be that, but after time you start to realize the self-worth, the self-value, the self-respect. I'm not going to put excessive energy into someone that is not reciprocating that for me, so I'm going to choose to stay quiet. But where you have your emotion for staying quiet, you do not know how this person perceives this. What if they, and I've got a lot of divine collectives, sometimes they believe that they're the one that's put in copious amounts of effort and it wasn't reciprocated. Just because that might not make sense to you, it makes sense in their mind. So let's just say, and there's a reason I say everything, in your initial connection, maybe this person literally felt like they bent over backwards. They did everything they could to make you happy. Maybe they felt like, and I will confirm all of this, but there's a reason it's coming to my mind, that you didn't appreciate the efforts they were putting in until they started pulling away. So again, then they stand in their strength. You might not understand it, but this person might themselves feel like they don't want to put the amount of effort in here because subconsciously they remember the effort they put towards you. It wasn't valued at the time, right? And if they got their heart broken and they became a shell of themselves after this, just like you probably did yourself, you deal with it differently, okay? Might be a protection thing for them. But this, take a chance, risk, being strategic, options, not showing their hand right now, and Ace of Spades. You could have an Ace of Spades tattoo. Sometimes when I see this, I actually see a card game. I actually saw it when I saw this card, so you guys could have a memory of playing cards or something, okay? Or unfortunately, maybe this person gambles, or there's a reason I saw that. All right, current connection. Okay, dragonfly, so be lighthearted, finding things out, adapt, change, heal. It's not even so much finding things out. I think there's things coming to light energetically, not physically. This is underneath ascending, transcending obstacles, preparing for union. There's a reason this message is finding you, and I think the outlook and the perception of one another or as individuals is an obstacle here. And this is something that there's a far greater reason than just knowing how they feel right now, right, collective? That will make sense. I think there are some things for you to truly ascend properly. There's some things that need to be adapted. There's some adjustments required, and there's some internal energy, internal union that needs to be focused on first, especially with self-love and worth. Okay, that's the only reason I'd be getting called to do something about a reading like this. To really believe in your power and vice versa until you believe in your true greatness. True greatness, if you really believe you're divine, you're a reflection. So if you still struggle with certain insecurities, boy oh boy does this person. And holy moly, you got the dragonfly and the butterfly. Such divine, they're insects, aren't they? But they're such divine signs. I find anyone that activates dragonflies, butterflies, birds, they're probably the most prominent signs that you get. But relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth, conformation. When there is something that you both go through internally and adapt, change, heal, new perception, new outlook, what's going to happen? We've got an evolution taking place. Okay, this first row is powerful, but there's something within that needs to be activated and focused on. Soulmate, soul connection, soul agreement, soul contract. So right now your connection, this is currently, so you might not be in the same vicinity. It doesn't mean you're not both going through an important evolution of the mind, body, and soul. There is something for both of you. Your soul contract is being activated individually. Just because you're not in that room doesn't mean it's not happening. I always say it's the rooms we're not in that most matter. Okay, not today. Mask. So we've got mask and hand of cards. So again, if you are a collective, they're wearing a mask, they're not showing their true feelings, they've got boundaries up, they're still hurt, they're still this. What are you masking right now? Okay. Remember, whatever you're projecting out with your person, and it's not just divines. I say this all the time. Anyone that comes into our life, it's a lesson. Family, friends, work colleagues, strangers, da-da-da-da-da. If you are constantly being presented people that you feel wear a mask or hide their authentic soul, why do you keep calling that in? What is your higher self wanting to show you? What aren't you standing in your authenticity with? What are you masking? Again, we might do something 1%, right? 1% wear a mask just a little bit. Just say we just avoid some emotion, right? You're going to call it in times 100. You will keep calling in emotionally unavailable, emotionally avoidant people to show you, okay? Okay. Oh, this is sad. Again, finding you for a reason. The right collective, you're at a point, and we all have layers. I explained this yesterday. We all have stages we need to get through. This collective, you're at a big trigger point. You're at a standpoint. You're on the verge of thinking, I need to axe this out. This is this is that. There is so much more going on. This is your subconscious programming trying to make sense of the situation. And if you're going to keep focusing on them, mask, holding their cards close to their chest, of course this is going to start frustrating you over time, instead of just acceptance on your journey and accepting of the time that healing takes, okay? Talk about it all the time. It takes years to relearn life. But right now, outdated thinking, you're sick of thinking this. Look at all these cards about on the sidelines, watching from the sidelines, right? So again, if you have such a focus on this, they're going to feel the same. You're watching them from the sidelines. I'm hearing myself say this. I've got a couple of collectives, and clearly this, I think, is going to tie into it, that they're terrified of you, right? I did a reading on TikTok last week, and I remember saying the things that you post, the things that you talk about, especially if you're a tarot reader, a medium, a healer, a channeler, because that's what most divines you find. You don't all go into that field, but a large majority. There's a reason I'm saying it for this collective. You get so many things on point, and because they're watching from the sidelines, sometimes, not all the time, right? They do the check-in. It's like they think you're watching them. They think you've got a camera in their home. They think you're tracking their phone. They're like, how does this person know all this? Like, so if you're thinking that this person's like this towards you, they're feeling the exact same. And this is why I tell you guys to release this stuff, because you're putting the uncertainty and the fear in the threads, because there's too much emotion still tied to the connection and the person as an individual. This collective, you're still going through the transformation and the layer of detachment of outcome, okay? Because you're still holding on to just the things that keep distance between you guys. The more you focus on this, they feel the same. You think that they're wearing a mask hiding emotion, especially if you're online. They're going to think you're a performer. They're going to think you're this, that, okay? Is it real? Is it this? Is it that? But so this is what's triggering the right collective, and again, in turn, it would be doing them. So, okay, right now, I'm sick of thinking that this person is watching. Why aren't they moving? They mustn't be watching. They mustn't have these feelings. If they really did, they would be coming forward. I can't keep thinking like this. This is conditioning. I'm conditioning my mind into negativity, which is good that you are thinking that way. But you constantly thinking this person's going to reach out. We're going to have a conversation. I'm going to wake up one morning, or I'm going to go to sleep. This person's going to pop up on my phone, or they're going to call me, or they're going to turn up at my house, The right collective, you know this isn't right. You're wanting to stop the pattern. So this person would be feeling the same. Bear with me. I'm going to get cards to confirm all of this, but there's a reason I'm feeling it. You're too frustrated because there's nothing tangible in your life to prove your emotion. Okay. Chaser. Addictions, it's an obsessive thought pattern. So again, we need to burn to learn. So when you're not in an emotional trigger, and when you're not overwhelmed, and you're not craving communication, and when you're not harping up on or fixating on the things that overwhelm you, because this would create overwhelm in anyone. When you're not fixating, you do understand, without this person burning me, without this person making me face this wounding, I wouldn't be transforming and turning into who I am today, okay? When you're in center, I feel this collective, there's not so much focus on negativity, okay? But when this person's energy gets triggered into yours, it's unfortunate the outlook that you go straight into. Okay. Hand of cards. But kisses, unconditional love, giving and receiving affection. You've been very enduring. There's still part of you that believes this can be stable and this and that. That's when you're in faith. But again, as soon as you get triggered, it's so, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing it. You just need healing. Everything we said. As frustrating as it is, when you're not in your subconscious programming, you know this is healing you. All right, let's get into it. Okay, so first we're going to start with you, okay? So how you view them. Okay. How you view them, then versus how they view themselves, and then we're going to come into you guys, how they view you versus how you view yourself. So first I want to start with this. Okay. Okay. Actually, do you know what? Before I get these, I actually want to get animal cards. Let's get how you view them energetically. How you view this person. Oh. Okay, so we've got elephant, and we've got the camel, and the cheetah. So divine masculine energy. I think in your mind, you view the elephant knocks through anything. No hurdle too big, just like the horse. The elephant is a force to be reckoned with. He, she is an obstacle remover. You think your person's got perseverance, that they will just keep going through rain, hail, or shine. So you've got memories of this person's consistency and dependability. You remember strength in this person. So for you to see them as a cheater as well, this is so, all three cards are so much about action and just side note for a reason, if your perception that this person can knock over anything in life, that, you know, they'll never give up through rain, hail, or shine, there's no setback too big to throw them off their path, and that you believe they have this action kind of, I just feel this collective, you believe this person will find so much success in life, right? So this is how you view them, right? That's your perception. So you've imprinted that this person's got all of this courage and strength and tenacity, okay? So because that's your subconscious programming perception now, you're not being shown any of that. You're not being shown any of this right now. So because you're getting such a lack of action with the perception you have on them, that would trigger anyone, right? And I'm talking when you're in your strength, not when you're triggered. When you're centered and you're sitting in your love and your understanding of this journey, you see your person as a fighter, okay? Like, let's read these just to, hold on. That's crazy. I open it on camel, so we clearly need to read that first. Okay, resourceful, independent, and they know themselves. The camel can handle absolutely anything, as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenges with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, in brackets judgment or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. So this collective, you have memories. Even in the past, when you guys were confronted with challenges, this person would try and soothe the situation. Even if they were abruptive or they would start an argument from an unhealed place, they were quite quick to want to solve the issue at hand. Don't make it fit. Okay, I'll have another collective of this up on TikTok. the right collective, you have memories of this person being a problem solver. Maybe they were anxious to please. Maybe they didn't like to go to sleep on an argument. It's like, yes, there would be ignition, but they wanted to solve the issue, right? So this is the perception in your mind. Okay. Cheater. Hold on. I just want to see. Okay. I just want to read the when in balance, when out of balance. So when this person was in balance, they were cool, content, and they had a spark in their eye. So you would have memories, because it's your perception, of this person being more lighthearted, okay, maybe more sensitive. They kind of presented undaunted, very childlike. Maybe not many things would agitate them, but gosh, when they were triggered, a different side of them would come out. But you have memories of this person maybe creating calmness and stillness within you. They had a sparkle in their eye, okay? So you remember them to glow. Charismatic, warm-hearted. Why am I seeing a King of Cups right now? They could light up a room. When out of balance, lacks vitality, dehydrated. So maybe their sparkle kind of got sucked away towards the end. Maybe you saw when this camel energy was coming out of balance, because they stopped putting in as much effort, or whatever the case may be, where that sparkle once was, it started to diminish. But of course, when we go through separation, and there's a reason I'm doing this, we hold on to the best version. So even though you have memories of when this person's out of balance, they turn into a shell of themselves, you still hold on to the greatness in your mind. Okay? So you know this deep within the core, but then logically, because now it's a subconscious imprint, you remember them not giving up. They put so much effort into me. They mustn't care anymore because they're not putting in any effort. They're just holding on the sidelines. You're comparing, if you know it or not, it's been subconsciously programmed now, right? Because you held them on a pedestal. You held on to the good for so long that now, because you compare without you knowing, when you're trying to find tangible evidence, these sunglasses, this, that's not them, they mustn't care anymore. Okay, do you know what I'm trying to say? But let's read this cheetah. Solar force, action, achievement, masculine energy. The cheetah is the epitome of the solar force. Solar force at work, solar confidence. So maybe you remember this person being extremely confident. Again, if they lit up a room, maybe you didn't really understand this person's insecurities at the time and how much their self-worth really affected them. If they were literally a force and a sparkle in a room, I don't think this collective, you really understood this person's insecurities. Don't make it feared. The sun doesn't shine onto the cheetah. It shines from inside, this great creature, and expands outward to brighten the universe. So they really did light up a room. This person was magnetizing. The energy within a cheetah's personality is palpable to others. So they weren't polarizing. They were probably liked by many. And maybe this is where some of your insecurities, maybe you thought after this person was out there doing this, that, and the other. A lot of people, you would have had memories of just how friendly your person was to others. Okay, I'm actually feeling the right collective. You know what a beautiful soul they have. Okay. And they naturally attract an audience to bear witness to their remarkable achievements. So maybe this person liked being a little bit center stage as well. Okay, purpose and passion. And if now you are someone that glows, I'm seeing that Leo card. Your magnetism outweighed theirs and they didn't like it. If they knew it or not in the time. They were so used to lighting up a room, and maybe you lit up a room a bit more. There's a reason I'm saying this. There's a reason I say everything in a reading. After time, that would have made their insecurities even worse. But I don't think this person was emotionally aware enough to know that. I don't think they were aware enough that was triggering them. So maybe they presented quite jealous or territorial, claiming over you. They didn't understand it was your glow that was triggering them, okay, because of their insecurities. Purpose and passion are the best fuel for the cheater's forward movement. So maybe you met this person when they were passionate or in achievement. They were, you know, going along their path. They were feeling quite abundant. And this is coming to my mind. Maybe towards the end of your connection, let it be they lost a job, or I feel there's something here because there's a reason it's coming to my mind. What gave them passion and power, it's like it wasn't there anymore. So this strength started to diminish as well as they were detaching. But again, when you went through separation, you were holding on to the greatness. This is what's imprinted, outdated thinking, conditioning your mind. Deep down when you're centered, this is still your image on them, okay, for the right collective. Fuel for cheaters' forward momentum. So if you're lacking in those areas, reconnect to the way you were before you started running. There's something here that started falling apart when it came to this person's pentacle path for the right collective. Okay, when imbalance achieves anything, boundless energy. So again, very happy-go-lucky kind of personality is what I'm feeling from this. But when out of balance, competitive. So if they felt like you had very many suitors, they wouldn't have liked this. Competitive and impatient, that put them out of balance. Waiting for messages, maybe they would start accusing. Whatever the case, as soon as this person's energy was out of balance, being triggered, emotional armor come up, a different side of them would come out. Okay, all right, let's get the elephant. I just moved on to the lion. Look at the force of this person. Elephant. So unstoppable, auspicious, and wise. So you also learnt from this person. So I just heard old soul. Maybe even if there's an age gap or there's something here, there's a reason I heard old soul. The elephant is arguably the most auspicious figure in the deck. Like Ganesh, the elephant represents immense wisdom as well as good fortune. Maybe you saw them as quite lucky. Maybe this person would always like find money, or there's a reason I'm hearing that. Maybe you've got memories of thinking, gosh, this person's lucky. It is said that the great elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. So if this card appears when you feel stuck, rest assured the path will soon become clear. To add to the mystery, the elephant is also known to create obstacles in order to steer us in the right direction. So back to the first part, transcending obstacles, preparing for union. When you're in strength, you know without these obstacles, burning and learning, you wouldn't be who you are today. Okay, so you still admire them, even though they've put these obstacles up. When you're in center, you understand there was a reason for it all. Okay. Trust this gentle, noble creature. It illuminates the way with light and self-knowledge. When in balance, one-pointed focus, which that one-pointed focus was clearly you, this collective. Generous and loving. So again, doting, loving, affectionate, words of affirmation. They definitely made you feel like a priority. But when out of balance, misunderstands fate. They didn't understand this journey. They could have said this was fated. They could have said they knew you from other universes. But remember, things break for a reason. They didn't understand fate. They didn't understand destiny. Okay. That was the crocodile stuck on the table. Okay, one more, how you view them. This is clearly how you view them when they're in balance. And then when you're in balance, and then there's a reason I said there because you balance at the same time, but anyway. Then I'm going to see how you view them when you're triggered. Am I slow-mowing? Hold on, I'm slow-mowing, hold on. Okay, one more. How you view them. Whoa, that crocodile really wants to come out. Maybe you do think that this person, he's the one that he cools off, he waits, he gathers knowledge before presenting. That would make sense with all the hander cards. Maybe you do think as well when you view them, they're just maybe working on their impulse. Maybe, especially in the past, if this person was more impulsive with reaction, there's parts of you that just thinks they're in crocodile energy right now. They're just gathering their power. They're restoring their vitality, and they will approach when they're in a more wise and centered place. One more. The lamp. Oh my gosh! That's one of my this is my 20 card. We've only got 4 cards here. This, the swans and the moth, for me, I've allocated as my twin cards in this deck. The cosmic egg. So you, holy moly, so you've got memories of this person's power and wisdom. They're magic. You've seen it in them. This collective, you still hold on to their highest potential, the divine soul you saw and you met when you were first initially together. No wonder you're so triggered, because your brain has now imprinted subconsciously. We talk about this all the time when I'm doing divines. Some of you, eventually you remove the beauty and you replace it with deceit, and I'm like, how can that make sense? This is this, but now you view them as this collective. Thank God, your internal subconscious, you might not think so, it's actually a blessing that they still have such an imprint emotionally. You may not know this, and the reason you get so triggered by the lack of effort, because look at what you remember, how much effort they put in, not just to you but to life. Okay, this is finding you to not tarnish this beautiful view. You knew straight away that this person was someone special. Okay, again, when you're in balance, this is powerful. But unfortunately, this also leads to a trigger point because you're not getting the action you once remembered. I get it. But we've got to stop the negative outlook. This is what you want to fall into. When you're getting triggered, I remember who you are. That's what you need to hold on to. And remember the healing journey. Okay? Now, I just want to quickly confirm how you view them when you're out of balance and when you're triggered. This isn't bad. So even when you're out of balance, for me, the tower I've allocated as a reverse tower is internal lessons. Okay, this author depicts this as delaying the inevitable, kind of near miss. This was a disaster waiting to happen. Okay, that this was restricting you. How can this come home? This has been stalled for too long. This has been postponed for too long. I've been waiting for too long. You think when you're out of balance that you're thinking small when it comes to this. I deserve better. I deserve this. I deserve that. But even when you're in when you're not balanced, there's still that this is forward movement, action, success, control, focus. So even when you're out of balance, your subconscious imprint of their greatness, what you've held on to, comes in, and this is where you go crazy. The mask, the this, the that, the lack of healing, the this, the sunglasses, the hand of cards, the this, that. Oh, but they must. I can't keep thinking like this. This isn't healthy. This isn't this. It's kind of a little bit like truly the battle of the mind and heart, the mind and soul. So even when you're out of balance and you're speaking negatively, it's still like your subconscious tries to pull you back in the greatness, but because of society's expectation, you think you pulling yourself back in the greatness. That's delusional. I'm unhealed. This is a trauma bond. This is that. No. You remember who they once were. You know that was not fake. But with the time, you start to question, was I being used? Was I being this? Was that all just a facade? Was that all this? No. You're powerful. If you were truly a divine, you are a high priestess. You know emotion. You weren't bamboozled. You just haven't gotten your way. You haven't won. Do you know what it's an ego thing here. So even when this is where the trigger point comes. So again, my advice is let go of this. Fall back into the understanding and the surrender. Remember your first row. You can get through this. This is what you need to adapt, change, and heal. This is where the adjustments are required. And what happens? You got the butterfly and you got the ascending. It always starts internally. Remember that. Okay. I just want to see how you view their potential, and then I want to see how you view that, how they feel, like how they are emotionally. Okay, when you think of them, what do you view? Okay, things are unfolding. I went to put that in reverse, that yarn energy. Oh, the Wolverine, beautiful. Hold on, one more. Okay, I think this lines up with this. I think, so this is what you, I feel it's more that you admire and you know what they can achieve. I think this person is a problem solver, okay? I think that's one of the biggest things I'm seeing in that main part. This person's got enough passion to get them anywhere in life. When they're locked in on something, they will succeed at it, okay? Major opportunities, celebrating their life, their growth, enjoyment, expansion, they're building strength. There's something about the core of this person and their strength that you know they can achieve anything they put their mind to. Don't tarnish this beautiful view. It's amazing. Do I think this person sees that about themselves? No. We're going to get into how they see themselves in a second. But again, I know I said at the start we shouldn't hold them on a pedestal, but this isn't, you're holding on to their highest potential, I guess. I actually think this is a beautiful outlook. If you can hold on to that, this is what you're going to penetrate through those threads, their strength. So they start remembering that about themselves. So you don't need to be in the same room or exchange words and tell someone, you're amazing, you're so strong, you're like a lion, you're this, you're that. You don't need to say that. It's energy, remember. They can get themselves out of complicated. I feel this is more what they can overcome, especially with this Wolverine energy, this fierce determination. Renegade. You know, this person can get themselves out of a sticky situation in life. They know how to get themselves out of rock bottom when you're in strength, okay? But I know this is because this is what you feel their potential is. I know this is more about passion and chemistry and love and this, but it's the way that they light up a room, and when they're focused on something they're passionate about, they can achieve anything. Really reminds me, and I find this with divines, you're meant to be some form of power couple for this world to create change, and you know they have the capability of doing that. It's just going to take time for the evolution. New beginnings, their innocence, their childlike spark, how they see things differently. They have a different perspective on things. They walk to their own beat, your person. Okay, or you remember this. Maybe this person at the start of your connection, I had to change. I've put an orange candle on. Maybe they used to call you up on little things like manners, or I just feel this person, they developed your mind in a weird way. They saw situations and things differently. I actually think this person has a lot of empathy within. Creative mind as well. But hummingbird, they have potential to achieve miracles. Okay, I just want to see what you think they sit in emotionally. Just two, please. Happiness. So you think that they're happy and they're accepting this whole situation. This is even when you're balanced. Okay, that was the only unbalanced. Right now, as you're watching this and it just started raining, you think this person is in happiness and they're going about their life, okay? And they're in acceptance. And that's probably why you're so triggered as you're watching this. Okay, let's get how this person actually views themselves. And then we're going to tap into you guys. I might even, if I'm getting called to, see. Actually, let's just see how the reading goes before I say that. Okay, so how does this person how does this person see themselves? I'd never do this with my cards. Why am I about to do this? I hate shuffling like this. I think it... Can you hear that rain? Oh, I always feel guilt when I shuffle my cards like that. Maybe you shuffle cards like that. They're like my babies. My cards. So they got the crocodile too. So they see, okay, this is how they see themselves. Oh, that they're evolving. Stop it. Remember that crocodile kept coming out and I was saying there's parts of you that just thinks that they're gathering their energy and they're working on their impulsiveness. I said that for a reason. Holy, this is actually nice. Hold on. Let's get two more. One. Oh, too many. Finding a backbone. So they know they need to find a backbone in life. So maybe they are a little bit of a people pleaser. I feel that with their sensitive. Sorry. They know. They got this person's activated. Sorry, I have to say it. They know they see. They got the dragon. The one that is my all-seeing dragon. The one that sees all. They're too many. Hold on, I want one more. The wolf, they feel a little bit like a lone wolf. They protect the ones they love. Okay. Straight off the bat, I think there's interference here. I'm going to say it came to my mind. I think there's a lot of opinions about your connection and they know it. There's something here. They know that they're lacking boundaries and they listen too much to what other people say. They know this about themselves, but I think this person just has an unwavering loyalty to people. And I'm going to be honest, I'm also seeing that as you. Wolves mate with one. They just have their one pack their whole life. And I feel sometimes they question why they still have so much loyalty here. But there's something... I feel they cry over you. Angel tears. Can you hear that rain? I feel there's something here about their butterfly energy and dragon energy. I'm going to be honest. I think when they're in strength and when they're in balance... They know that's come from you. I'm hearing that inspiration. I think you're growing this person. There's something here. They know about their blocks. Hold on. Let's read these. Oh my gosh, we opened on the stingray. That's first. Okay, so this clearly leads. Developing confidence. So the lack of confidence. Sense of self or a spine. It's their sorry, I'm gonna get soft. I'm feeling mushy in my heart right now. Sorry. I just went mushy. I'm feeling love bubble energy. I'm feeling a warmth. I'm gonna be honest. The stingray card represents a pivotal point of personal growth. The moment has come when the stingray must decide between the old between the old, easy, comfortable and familiar and the new, challenging, uncomfortable. They're on a crossroads. So you see them right now. You need to keep firm in that belief that they're unstoppable. They can get through anything. They can make any decision. They need that energy through their threads. They don't see that about themselves. They could be change resistant. They're like, do I leave my comfort? Do I leave my comfort? Do I do this? Do I do that? Am I ready? Am I this? I'm still like... Pressure from family and friends makes the decision even more complicated. Opinions, their pack. I know I'm saying that to you, but it's the people around them too. No matter what choice is made now, it's inevitable that this dilemma will surface again and again. And this is a force of Dharma growing within the stingray, too strong to ignore. They need to heal their cycles. It keeps coming up every time they try and forget you. It keeps coming back into the same spot. They know they need to make a decision. When in balance, eager to grow, they want to grow. Oh, they want to change. But when out of balance, they blame others and they quit. So I feel they blamed you for a long time. Blame their surroundings, self-pity, mental... victim mentality. I always say self-pity is poison. If you don't like your circumstances, the decision is yours to change them. Oh God. Okay, what one's next? I think, why do I feel we need the I We need the wolf next now because of the, there we go, wolf next. The guardian of family and tribe. That's why I wanted that, because it's the people's opinions. The wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of their pack. There could be a bit of enmeshment involved here. That's an actual thing. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, humanitarian efforts, or teachings. Your person's special. I could see that with how you see their mind. You know, they're wise. It's part of their birthright. The wolf gets into trouble when it assumes every member of its tribe must follow suit. And that could have been you back then too. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Repeating cycles. Although it will surely be uncomfortable at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embrace all, exclude none. When in balance, very reliable, democratic and fearless, which you would have experienced. But when out of balance, judgmental and dominating. So if this person felt like the alpha was being lost in this connection, there's a reason I say everything. There's something here, I feel this person felt a little bit unappreciated. Maybe they felt a bit demasculated here. And if when they're out of balance, dominance is something that they need, like it's a trigger if they're feeling like they're losing their power in a situation. I know this is how they're viewing it themselves, but this is clearly something in the core, especially this wolf energy. It's the people around them that have been around them their whole life, right? This is an internal butterfly energy that needs to be evolved and seen differently. Okay. That wolf and stingray is this person's biggest block, but remember, this is how they see themselves and they know it. They've got the dragon here. They know what's stopping this. It's just they need the strength to make the change, which means change resistant. It's a trauma. Okay. Okay, crocodile energy, resting, submerging, collecting energy, cooling off. So they're still healing. They're still healing from this and they know it. I just heard there's regret about something. You got the not boundaries, not dealing hurt. Maybe your last point of interaction, this person... Hold on, we're going to have to confirm. There's something here that they're healing from still, and not just your separation. I think there was something very overwhelming on your last point of interaction. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inward. Maybe they're feeling quite isolated right now. They know they need to change. That's the biggest thing. Okay, you've got... It's very beautiful. Now is not the time for decisions, actions, or discussions. So they're holding off for a reason. Their life's not good. They know it's not time. It's not that they don't want to. They know it's not time. And that might not make sense to you. We deal with trauma differently. Especially if there was a lot of promises that were revoked in the past. They don't want to put themselves back in a position where they're revoking again. This is probably them thinking this will be my last chance. I have to do it properly. So I'm going to hold off as hard as it is. I need to heal more. I need to discover myself more. I need to remove ties and cycles that were a detriment here in the past, which means they know about this journey. They got the dragon. They know exactly what entails this journey. Okay. This doesn't mean lying around hoping life's challenges will disappear. So they want to confront what they're facing time and time again. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering our awareness, observing. So you got all those spy energies, observing. And so if they're observing this connection, what else are they observing? Because they're in observant mode. Everything that's keeping them bound, everything that makes them lose their backbone, everything that overwhelms them. Sorry. Observing and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. I just saw my King of Swords with that. Not that that aligns with the energy I just read, but I saw a King of Swords, so it could be an air sign. When in balance, wise, patient, and a silent powerhouse. But when out of balance, they feel stuck and they lash out and they say things that they regret. Okay. All right, let's get, we want butterfly next, and then we'll get dragon last. Butterfly. Undergoing great change and transformation. So they know it though. This is how they see themselves. So, it means they believe in change. We love it. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element, and we just said King of Swords, of the heart, this change usually involves relationships. Since transition, it does also say, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. So there could be transition in their work as well. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon, but they're feeling, I don't want to say abandoned by their family, and so there's something that where they normally go for support, it's not that safety that they have once felt, right? So because they're going through a transition, who they would normally turn to, they've got the dragon here. They're seeing through things that they once did not. Okay, so they're feeling, again, I feel quite isolated. They don't have that safe cocoon period right now. Sad. Committing to daily routines. So maybe they're working on mental discipline right now too. Done at the same time and place will do wonders for lifting a butterfly spirit. When in balance, cheerful and graceful. I feel that about this person. But when out of balance, very fragile, very sensitive, and quite frustrated. All right, let's get dragon. There it is. Seeing one's most true self, balancing the ego. The dragon sees everything. It sees all. Its essence has been with us before the start of our first breath, and I always say we all started with dragon's blood, my belief. And this journey is not just to intertwine your serpents, but to turn them into their powerful dragons that they once were. True awakening. Anyway. Breath and will be there at our last. It watches us navigate the external world as well as our inner world. The dragon is awakened. When the dragon is awakened, we are courageous visionaries and can easily drop into witness consciousness. So they're maybe not completely in their dragon strength, but I think, because I said the one that sees all, I think they're just, part of their dragon energy is activated, their observant nature right now. But I do think they still need a bit more balance. It's almost as if we are traveling with a great friend inside ourselves. When we look in the mirror, deep into our eyes, we even get a glimpse of the self behind the self. They see their wounding, they see their potential, which is good. Oneself behind the self, the one is watching us. This is the power of the dragon, breathing transformative fire into every cell of our body, witnessing this I'm so bad with some words. That word, energy, even for a brief moment, helps us surrender and let go. We let the dragon guide us. We hop on its back and enjoy the ride. No. Oh, that's beautiful. Very positive. Okay, let's see how they view themselves. And they're not in balance. I think there's a lot of guilt here. Okay. Regret. When they're triggered. Oh, sad. Sad. So hard on themselves. Oh my gosh. So when they're not trying to heal and focus on positive, look at how they think about themselves. I'm stuck, I'm irresponsible, I'm unstable, I'm unsatisfied, I'm delayed in life, I've got stagnation and disappointments, I can't keep taking shortcuts, all of these missed opportunities. I'm insincere, I'm hurtful, I'm sarcastic, I'm a bully, I'm out of control. Another card of impulsiveness. I'm full of grief and sadness, loss, mourning, emotional baggage, resisting change. Why would they want me? Look at that. Look at it. That is so sad. And that is one of your biggest trigger points. You're feeding it into them. The stuck and stagnant and the delayed. How sad this has made you. So they feel it. Do you know what? Can you understand why I'm doing this for the right collective? You need to change that image. They know their wrongs. Look at the cards of impulsiveness. This is why they're working on crocodile energy. It's killing them. It's so hard to stay away from you, but look at them. Wait till we see how they view you. Because I guarantee you, this person doesn't feel good enough for you. And the sad thing with Five of Cups, it's painful, but there's a silver lining to the situation. That card depicts it perfectly. And when this person's out of balance, they just lose hope. They don't remember the silver lining. They don't remember why those cups had to spill, so they could make their way back to their structure, their 2 cups, their person. When they're out of balance, it doesn't make sense to them. Just like this collective. This will never work. I'll never change. This is really sad. They know this is a missed opportunity, and they miss a lot of opportunities in their life because of some of their behavior. Okay? They know it needs to change. It's not one nice card, my angels. Oh, let's get these. What do they envision for themselves? When imbalanced. Oh, sad. Look at them. They see themselves as a mask, as a fox. Air. They could be air. We said air before. Air and water. But then the wolf. They're so hard on themselves. They know their disguise, they conceal their ego, their projection, their hidden motives, their persona. They hate it. How self-interested they are, how sly they are, how cunning they are. This person knows. They fib, they deceive, they hate it. They hate it. They hate it. Okay, they know they need to develop. They know they've got so much better potential. They're intellectual. I've seen that so much in their energy. Okay. I was going to say pioneer with this, just their mental agility, the way they gather information. Maybe this person's done something a little bit deceptive in the background, but rebirth. They know they have potential for more, but so many things need to end out. They're very hard on themselves, which maybe you're very hard on yourself. You're so hard on your healing journey. You never think it's enough. You always question your own change. I'm very intrigued to get into your energy, this collective. They know they need to follow their passions in life. Okay, they're psychic. This depicts the death energy differently. 13, that could be surrendered to the divine. 13th to the 7th, 14th to the 9th, 1414. You could be seeing a lot of 1441. They know as soon as they rebirth, when they're... The sad thing is this person, confidence, guidance, trusting in knowing, freedom, believing in their power, resilience, stamina, dragon energy, right? And also I think they cover their trauma with this energy. I think this is how they are deep down inside, and they put this bravado on, which you got blinded to in the start. You thought this person was so confident and this and that, full of insecurities. This isn't just because of you, this behavior. This has been here their whole life. Libra, air and air pairing. Air and water pairing, justice, life lessons. They're not silly. The best thing here with this person is they know they need to change, but I think they're way too hard on themselves, which means this person, the way they view you, they've probably got you up here bloody to the moon. Okay, it's plain and simple. They don't feel good enough, and in your own right, you don't feel good enough, this collective, truly. Let's see how they're really feeling as we're doing this. So you said happiness and acceptance that they feel. So their pride, their ego, but they're trying to trust. That would be that crocodile energy, having to fall back. When they're in strength and seeing themselves good, it activates their trust. I think this is what the regret is over the pride. Hold on. One more for pride. The doubt because of their pride, and you saw that in that part, the mask, the fox, but then the confidence. So it's been a big, and friendships, adversity, the wolf energy. This is what created the ending, their ego, and they know they need an ego death too. Adversity through the friendships. This is a big one. They go over this. They know that because of this wolf energy, stingray energy, ego energy, it's hard for them to trust, because as soon as they go into a negative triggered outlook, because right now you're activating each other's triggered outlook, they feel this big. Last one. Forgiveness. They're trying to trust they'll receive this forgiveness. This is why they want to be so much better than who they think they are right now. They know this needs to be done, that needs to be done, da 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 da. When they're in strength, they have faith, but it comes in and out just like you. I believe through my core, this person knows just as much about this journey as you do. You'd be fooled to think that they didn't. Okay, and judgment. What will come from this? What will you say? Still a bit of fear. All right. Now let's see you. Did you hear when I said you? And it just started pouring to the second, to the millisecond. And now it stopped. Oh no, it's there. It just went really heavy and then it stopped. Okay. Okay. How they see you. The crow. I'm going to get it because it flipped. Oh my God! You got the crow and the owl. There's a reason I brought up my I'm Terrified collective. You just got the crow and the owl and the snake. You haven't even completely tapped into your potential in their out. So they already see you like this. You're my collective. Your person thinks your wings are just meant to go poof, like little walking earth angel. But you, the camel as well. So exactly like you see them, the tenacity, the way you don't give up, you're their unicorn. Just because you can't see it, it isn't real. It's not that it's not real. Okay. Run on. How do they see you? And the cosmic egg. Holy moly. The black egg, the truth. That's my truth. So you stand in your truth. You're powerful. You got the black egg. It's your gifts. They learn from you. I want one more and I'm going to start reading these. The sea serpent, look at all the spirit animals you're getting. Very divine. And the dragonfly. And they've seen you heal. Okay. Alright. Let's get into you. It's your gifts. They're intimidating. That's why the fox, the mask, all of that keeps coming up, because they know with you they have to confront that side of themselves, which also has to make them have strength in their crocodile energy. Everything happens for a reason. If this person was impulsive from the start, they might be thinking they're holding back because this hasn't healed, but it's a lesson they need to work about impulsiveness. So you're teaching them patience, and you're teaching them how to find center before expression without you knowing, without them knowing. Their perception bound to their mind is truly your magic. You're one of a kind in their eyes. Irreplaceable. No one compares. And B, I've stopped on. So the community around you, crow. You're spiritually strong, creative, and you're watchful. The crow has been a symbol of magic. The crow has long been a symbol of magic. A crow personality is drawn to the supernatural and has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the three realities, past, present, and future. You see everything. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those with crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular self-study. So maybe you didn't have that balance when you guys were once together. that you're psychic, you're strong, and that you're clear. When you're out of balance, you're ungrounded and you're very sensitive. You got the crow and the owl, one after another. Abundant, you're a clairvoyant, and you're full of treasures. The owl is a mysterious and outer-worldly creature found in folklore from east to west. The white owl is particular. In this particular deck is the companion of the goddess Lakshmi and represents wealth, beauty, and good fortune. No wonder they're comparing. When the owl card appears, it's an omen that a boon of treasure is on the way. So where you think they're lucky, they think you're lucky. You've got the Midas touch. Either in spiritual or material form. With owl wisdom on your side, you'll see and know exactly what to do with this boon, how it can further serve your dharma, your awakening, and bring abundance to the world. I see you serve the world. Trust that the wellspring of treasure is infinite, and this is where they get their trust from, the unicorn energy. They just, every time they start to lose belief, they believe when it's time, if this is meant to be, this will work. They're trusting the unicorn energy in your. I always say it reminds me of the twin flame journey. You need complete blind faith because they see you trust in blind faith. You are pure magic in their eyes. You make them believe in the supernatural. You make them believe in the things that cannot be seen. So this is why they have so much belief in this journey, because they learn it from you. Hold on, I want to read you that unicorn one now, actually. Okay, reconnecting to your higher wisdom or divinity. It's difficult to see, hear, or think of a unicorn without immediately questioning if it's real. Did they ever exist? Perhaps long, long ago. The mind answers maybe, or could it be, or no way. This is very... And remember I said at the start, you see so well, it's like they think you have hidden cameras in their home. Like you've got a tracker on their car, or that you have tapped their phone. Like they're just like, how can this be real? How can all of this, things you say, come to fruition? Things that, you know, whatever the case is, they clearly see your pure magic within, okay? And it has stumped them for so long. They're terrified of your gifts, because for so long it's literally written in books and fictional and this and that, like, you amaze them. This very contemplation explains our relationship with divinity and encapsulates our wavering belief in the unicorn. We wonder what divinity is. We wonder where our intuition comes from and if we can really trust it. We think about a higher power and our mind hesitates between yes, no, or maybe. Is it male? Is it female? Does it have a name? Is it a feeling? The unicorn card appears to wake us up to the curiosity about our higher self, so they've seen you grow. They once remember you in a certain way, but the way you've developed, the way you've grown, how you've stepped into your divine being, your divine knowing. It's like now they believe whatever you speak, it is truth. Where in the start, I do still think that they have moments of thinking, can this be real? But I think in the start, they didn't get it. They might have thought it was a bit woo-woo, but the proof's in the pudding. There's so many things that have happened in their life that I think you spoke into existence, this collective. The mind's eye knows there's something beyond our day-to-day lives, a deeper dimension to our experience. So they see you explore the unknown. They see you in blind faith. They see that you trust. A deeper dimension to our experience. The mind's eye reaches out and reaches out to grasp something more. You are the universe. Oh, I was about to say, it says you are the unicorn. I was about to say I did say you are the universe. Everything I say is for a reason. And you have begun your quest for answers. You have found the truth. Because you just did not give up through your camel energy. Rain, hail, or shine, you do not give up. You just push. Push, push, push. You don't care what people say, this collective. You're yourself, you're unique, you could be a little eccentric, you walk to your own beat as well. They've seen you evolve. This is beautiful outlook. Okay, hold on, I just want to get this snake. Guardian of the unawakened, magic, and creator of potential. The snake is the symbol of our highest potential. It is said that Shakti... Sorry, I'm so bad with them. I feel ashamed that I can't say goddesses and gods' names properly. Our creator, our creative life force lies dormant at the base, so they've seen that you've awakened in the form of a coiled snake that needs to turn into dragons. Regardless of whether this image rings true for you or not, it's well worth considering the amount of unawakened or untapped potential you have within. And I think they still think you have more, but you've made them discover their unawakened dragon, untapped potential within. What would life look like if you were to wake it up? So because they saw you wake it made them believe in themselves. Like I said, this collective, you've always seen magic within this person as well. They don't see themselves like you, I'll tell you that right now, but they definitely feel they have an intuitive gift. They can read a room and see through people's deception, that's for sure. I don't think they think that they can see the future, maybe, but I think it's more the way that they can see energy and see through people and their shadows. When in balance, you're prosperous, creative, and charismatic. So you're both very charismatic people. You both need to know how to share the spotlight and not get jealous of one another. When out of balance, starts and stops many things. I don't think this collective, you start and stop many things. When you activate on this journey, I don't think that they see that in you, I'm going to be honest. I think you just kind of go gung-ho for the right collective. All right, let's get you just quickly a couple of these. The dragonfly. So master of light and illusion and of the mind. No wonder they're so fixated on their mask and fox energy, especially because you're fixated on it, this collective. And look at how bloody powerful you are. Stop fixating on it. The dragonfly is an ancient and ethereal creature that awakens. And isn't it funny? They got the butterfly, you got the dragonfly. At the start, remember? I said that's your block. You both need more self-discovery. And both of you in your parts, one of you got the butterfly. So you have to change perception, okay? The negative of your own internal. And I haven't tapped into you yet, but I guarantee you the right collective, as I'm reading this, you might think, yeah, that's me, but you've clearly got insecurities yourself. I don't know if you really believe in your infinite power. This is crazy. The dragonfly is a symbol of the mind, as it is always moving, shifting, shimmering, and changing. So they see you evolve, your mind evolves, your gifts evolve. When the dragonfly card appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and perception. Are they restless or still, dreamlike or crystal? Anyway, so when in balance, you see clearly, joyful, so you're a happy soul just like them, and you're magical. When out of balance, can't concentrate, in a very busy mind. So maybe this were in the past, because remember I said I feel this person didn't feel as appreciated. Maybe they just always saw you on the go in the past. They've still got a bit of imprint on that in their mind. But biggest word is they see you as magical. Okay. Let's see how they view you when they're triggered. Oh my God. It's a little bit the same of themselves. Okay. I'm going to go that way. Okay. So when they're triggered, I think they hold on to the pain this caused them. High Priestess and the Star, but this High Priestess is in reverse. I think that even when they're triggered, they still see such a bit, because it's the comparison here. Okay, I think even when they're triggered, it's sadness. It's not attacking you as a person, but they hold on to how much trauma this caused them. Okay, how this made them feel disconnected from their life, how they felt so shut down after this. They fail to see the silver lining in everything that's been done, because in their eyes, you just keep growing And for them, they just keep feeling pain. Okay, I think this person's lost a lot of sleep. I think I do think there's a heavy air in their chart, just the fixation and how much they can over-process, over-analyze. I do think this person loses sleep. Psychological trauma, lost hope of love, dark thoughts, anxiety, fear, nightmares, insomnia, worry. When they're triggered, they're not attacking you. They're comparing still. And it's the sadness. Am I going to have to reopen this scar? Will this ever work? Look what's been done. Look at the damage here. How will they forgive me? When they're triggered, they think my person is content. They've found their spiritual connection to the world. They're inspired by their life. They're serene. They're in purpose. They're renewed. They're healed. They're full of hope and calm and faith. Why would they want me after I withheld and I suppressed and I kept secrets and I left parts out of the truth because I kept them in the dark? Why would they want me after all the pain I've caused here? I need to learn more lessons within. I need to evolve more. I'm nowhere near this. Do you know what I'm trying to say, my angels? They feel pain. You get angry. You get frustrated. Okay. What do they see for your future? All right, so you got the same first card as that you thought about them. Oh my God, you got the holy moly dreams. Maybe they remember you having quite vivid prophetic. The moose. Temperance. You are, in this person's eyes, you are a little Buddha. I'm surprised the golden egg didn't come out. I think they see you so patient and moderated and again, serene and tranquil. They think you're going to be very happy in life. As you see, they remove obstacles. They see you as an obstacle remover. Gentle, lucid dreams. You have your wits about you. Powerful, you're wise. You're trusting, your telepathy. Obstacles removed. You're a supportive person. You've got major opportunities ahead. A way you celebrate light and energy and life. That you're going to be happy and you're going to be full of enjoyment. That you're deeply committed to your path and your life's purpose, that you manifest your deepest desires. You're always all in for what you love, which I think triggers them. Have I lost the potential to have this person's love? That you're powerful, independent, that your attitude is everything, that you're cool, calm, collected, that you're confident, you know how to sit in solidarity. Like, come on. This person just thinks you're walking through life like, I'm happy, and this is why I say don't wear a mask. The right collective, you're an emotional mess within. They don't think that. They think since this, you're a star. Okay? I'm just doing this, that, and the other, and I'm having the time of my life. I think sometimes they might think that when they're in trust, they believe that you guys are bound and bonded, but then they look in and they see you're happy-go-lucky, you're centered, this, that, and they're like, am I effing crazy? Am I effing crazy? Why would they want me? Look what I've done. Your optimism is going to get you far. Okay, you're a traveler. Maybe they think you're going to travel the world. Look at all these cards of independence. It's like they look at you, even though I'm saying they think that their love will be, you'll find another love to replace their love. They see you as thriving in your independence. I'll never put up with my shit again. Maybe in the past you chased them. They're like, they will never put up with who I once was. It's like, they know one step wrong, you're like, see you later. There's the front door in their mind. One more. Oh, truth. The time has come. Springing into action. New beginnings, fresh and excitement, setting new goals, intentions, a surprise, increasing, coming alive, growth, new cycle. They probably think you're going to have a baby. That you're fertile. And your owl energy, again, that you see through the facade. My angels, do you see? This is nothing to do with you except the energy work we need to shift. Hopefully you found the hidden, like the messages in this message. It's not just about how they view you, but what needs to shift, right? And to stop being triggered. It is nothing to do with them not being interested. Look at how they they, like I said, they've got you like up here, okay, up to the moon, and that you've been aging like fine wine, developing over time. They want to build a family with you, the good stuff, finesse, alchemy, transformed, ripening, that you're aging well. Okay, now let's get into how you view yourself, because I think there's going to be a bit of a discrepancy here, because your person is that hard on themselves. I can just imagine this collective. All right, how do you see yourself? How does this collective view themselves? Okay, so you see that you're on this twin journey. That's good. I think you think you're mirrors. I just heard mirroring. Oh God, you know you still got a bite. You got the fire ant here. This is how you see yourself. So you've got swan, gazelle. You know what I see with that? The gazelle being chased by the lion. Okay, so you definitely don't feel like you're as centered as this person sees you. Got the fire ant here. Far out. You're hard on yourself. At least this person saw a better side of them when they're in balance. The moth, you're still holding on to things that you can't have. I know that's another one of my twin cards here, but that moth energy is about always wanting external, thinking the grass is greener on the other side. But I guess as I'm reading this collective, you're not really... Anyway, one more. This is making me sad. But you know you're a divine messenger. Okay. We've got two positive cards here, and it's very funny because the last collective I did about the terrified, I remember saying, you don't even understand how powerful you are. I don't know if well, especially with this person, I don't think they've ever told you how onto it you are. The fact I'm asking how you see yourself, you got a divine bird here, a messenger from up above. But this is more, you focus on all the things you still need to change, and it's really sad. You've got two positive, but these three, this one's not too bad, but anyway, let's read you. Because we need to get you to be more confident as well. Was that this one there? Hold on. Sorry, hold on. Okay, so effortless creativity, a sensitive mystic. So you do see the sensitive part of your soul, and elegant power. The swan represents heightened creativity. So you know you've got a beautiful mind. That's good. In Hindu mythology, the goddess Saraswati, the embodiment of language of creativity and artistry. So you could be a very creative soul. I always say, everywhere, our creator was the greatest artist of them all. Look what he energy created down here. So I think we all have creativity in our mind and artistry. Anyway, rides on the back of this graceful creature. The swan is ready to take us there to to the fluid realm of writing, creating, and reflecting. Maybe you're actually wanting to write or create, especially if you're a tarot reader, or you want to create your own oracles, or you're thinking of writing a book or a self-help book, or I don't know, that's coming to my mind for a reason, for the right collective. This potent healing energy is not to be taken for granted or to be when the swan card appears, your soul is calling for attention, for solo time. So you know you need to start. Maybe you're transitioning from feeling lonely to thriving in independence. An inner voice is waiting for you, waiting to be heard. An inner vision is likely to be revealed. When in balance, infinite creative power. When out of balance, agitated, snippy, and lacking vision. That's that fire ant. Okay, there it is, this one. This, don't make it fit. This collective, you know this still needs to be healed in you, but maybe you put way too much focus in it. You're too hard on yourself. Aggression, rigid thinking, following orders. They've got it a bit themselves. They follow orders themselves. Fire ant energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. Maybe that's, you question that too. Is this person just a lesson? The karmic energy at the start. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire and energy is at play. Maybe you've just recently had a gossip to a friend and then had guilt about it, or you've spoken a few things and you're like, oh, I don't like that side of me, I don't like that I do that. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or a situation, only making things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? You hate drama, clearly, but maybe sometimes you still put yourself into it without you knowing. But again, well, you do know, because as soon as you do it, or speak a bit like this, that, I feel you feel guilt for it, but it's a quality that needs to change to the right collective. Even if it's with family and siblings, just whatever the case is, you can create a bit of a fire, but yet you hate drama. Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive and don't pretend don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. So you are sensitive. So maybe you actually hate conflict, but sometimes you keep putting yourself back into a situation where you're going to create conflict by maybe a little bit of, whatever the case, the right collective, and you don't like this quality about yourself. But this is just, it's sad, because when you're thinking of you, I do think you realize there's certain qualities that do need to change still, which is beautiful, but you can't fixate on them. You just have to see the lesson as they approach. And I always say, you're not going to heal straight away. If, let's say, you get into a situation with a friend or a sibling where you would normally gossip, okay, next time, even though you have the urge, don't do it. Don't do it. And you might catch yourself once in every 10, then it'll go once in every 8, then once in every 6. You just need to put effort. It's not going to change straight away, but it's clearly a quality you feel guilt over afterwards, especially if then a couple of weeks down the track it ends up creating conflict. What you said was relayed to another person, or this or that, or sibling rivalry, whatever it is, you don't like it. So deep within, you got to stop putting yourself in situations like this. Okay. I flipped on the Scorpion energy. I don't think you are a Scorpion energy, but there's parts of you sometimes maybe you think you have esteem. Heightened awareness and ability, but you're vulnerable. The gazelle represents supreme grace. You got 2 about grace. So you're a sophisticated, graceful person. You're very eloquent. Okay, you can speak in a socially constructive way, even when this is here. Like, you have, if anything, you present... what's the word? Put together? Is that the right word? Or give me a better word in the comments. That's what came to mind. Where are we up to? Gazelle personalities are often hyper aware, so you're observant like your person of their surroundings. You're hyper vigilant. Oh my god, my battery's going. I've got to be quick. No more worrying about all those predators out there. So you're very on top of your surroundings and energy. The one card I really wanted to this moth energy, it's like nothing's ever good enough. You're always wanting more. It really is. It's like learning to break free from the expectation of the world, society's values, whatever it is, this collective. It's like you're granted a blessing, you'll sit in it for a little bit. Okay, what's next? It's like you don't sit in your achievements for long enough without thinking, okay, what's coming next? So that's something that this collective, you definitely need to work on just a smidgy. So all-pervading power, the truth seeker, that you transform karma. Powerful. So when in balance, you're bright, you radiate challenges, but when in balance, you're controlling. So you have a little bit of controlling nature in you that you want to heal. All right. How do you see yourself? Oh, that's beautiful. That's positive. So you're in divine, so Empress and internal, this has come out in every single part. Or for you, anyway, every time there's evolution that still needs to be done. Maybe you're feeling a bit stuck at work and this is why you're wanting more. Is this all life is? Is this really my life purpose? I always say 8 of Pentacles can take so long before that 9, 10 of Pentacles really starts coming into fruition, and it can feel very repetitive. It starts to feel mundane. We start to question if this is even our purpose, because it's so prolonged, right? But it's just because you're becoming a master at your craft. But right now you're really working on stillness, and you're But also, okay, so you yourself, you shut down. You know you shut down emotionally. You might think it's because you're sitting in stillness, but you understand with yourself there's things that still need to come into synergy and be healed with you as well. I think you're too hard on yourself, this collective. I think when things aren't coming into your life quick enough, you want to give up and you want to move on. And it's funny because they said in their thing that you give up and move on quickly. And I said, I don't think that's at this collective. Maybe you're on the brink of doing it because you can see it in this connection. Don't. Keep going. Okay? You're powerful. You're powerful. What do you think you're going to come into in this life? More. Oh, that's good. Okay, you know you've got a few. Oh, that's the island. I thought it was mountain. Maybe you think you're going to be traveling around the world a little bit, but I think sometimes you feel you'll always be in independence if you really find love again. But you do know you will end up having a very stable life through your enduring nature. That you will be secure. You've persevered for a reason. You just have to keep persisting. Stepping stones, small steps, big accomplishments, which makes me happy. So even though right now you might be like, oh, I want more, deep down within your soul, you know it's a progressive journey. You know, just sitting in glow doesn't mean you're going to be meh. It's like, you know, process of arrival, baby steps, progression. I just got to keep going step by step. Spiritual growth. I'm always growing. I do think you do eventually believe you're going to get contracts and things come into place. You're going to ground. You're going to put roots down, belongings, da-da-da. But you go 50-50. Am I going to be alone or am I going to find happiness again? Okay. Neither of you right now have anything about twin flame and things that need to be shifted in perspective. It makes me sad that you didn't get anything magical here. You're too critical on yourself. But I do think you're trying to focus on not worrying. And you do, again, see the increase when you come to viewing yourself, okay? The whole point of this reading is there needs to be a few perception shifts, especially when it comes to negativity, even of how you see yourself. You're feeding insecurities into one another. I'm going to be honest, I think you actually are a little bit more negative self-talk than your person. I'm going to be on. I know that part was terrible, but when they have belief on themselves, they see their potential of their greatness. You don't even, like, yeah, the swan, the eagle. I'm surprised that it was, I had a feeling it would be a very different kind of outlook to theirs, but not that extreme. Okay, so we've got the big J and crescent moon with a H in there, J and H. That came out last time. That could be initials. M, I, and C. Michael. And I again. Golden elixir, you're shining to one another. The Venus star and your magic. Trust your magic within. Sailing off into the sunset, it will come. Maybe you want to go to Thailand, Indonesia. Solar eclipse, the 29th. And then you've got ancient Egypt, Eye of Ra, Eye of Horus. Protection and good luck. Maybe you have that tattooed on you or you want to. 3rd of the 6th, 6th of the 3rd. Oh my God, 6, 5. I thought there was a 4 there. Sorry, no, wrong. 5th of the 3rd, 3rd of the 5th, 204 angel number, 14th of the 3rd. We've got 13th of the 8th, 13th of the 1st. Oh, sorry, no, that's a 19. I thought that was a 13. There's a reason I said that. 19th of the 1st, 111, 303, starting to rain again, 3rd of the 4th, 4th of the 3rd. All right, my angels, I love you guys. I will do another collective on TikTok. I know I said that. Yeah, anyway, don't mind me. I'm losing hours in the day. But I love you guys. I will today. I've got time. But lots of love. And yeah, I'll see you over there. Bye.